Hi, welcome to Lightning Gaming Studios. And here at Lightning Gaming Studios, experiment with games, add new little quirks into it to make it more like new, fun, and just playable. But sometimes the experiments go wrong, and even after the experiments go wrong, they're still published anyway. So, in my opinion, that's why there's this game. Now, granted, I was unaware of how odd this game was when I first bought it. Granted, it quite literally shows everything there is to know about this game on the front box. Today I'm going to be talking about Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures for Sega Genesis. Now, at first, when I bought this game, I thought it was going to be more like a side-scroller type game where you control Pac-Man into doing stuff. I was very unaware of how this game mechanics works, because it has something very special added into it that makes the game a teeny tiny bit hard to play. Experiment with games, add new little quirks into it to make it more like new, fun, and just playable. But sometimes the experiments go wrong, and even after the experiments go wrong, they're still published anyway. So, in my opinion, that's why there's this game. Now, granted, I was unaware of how odd this game was when I first bought it. Granted, it quite literally shows everything there is to know about this game on the front box. Today I'm going to be talking about Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures for Sega Genesis. Now, at first, when I bought this game, I thought it was going to be more like a side-scroller type game where you control Pac-Man into doing stuff. I was very unaware of how this game mechanics works, because it has something very special added into it that makes the game a teeny tiny bit hard to play. First thing that's up with this game is that it has an interactive, it's like an interactive cartoon game. What they mean by that is that you have to interact with Pac-Man throughout the entire game to make him do stuff within a specifically timed manner, which means you have to make Pac-Man do stuff in a specific timed way, or you'll have to reset. I've literally played this game for 2 hours just to understand how to get the premise of it. I've played a lot of games. Okay, I'm not a pro gamer. I'm not someone who runs through at least 1,000 games a day. But I can understand a game within at least 30 minutes. It took me 2 hours just to slightly progress through the game. 2 hours, I counted. I'm not exaggerating. I would say I was, but I'm not. Very, very patient. Then maybe this game is for you. Maybe this game you can actually sit through and be patient with it, because there is an infinite amount of lives. So later on through level, where it gets difficult, maybe you could go through it and finally beat it. But I cannot. I just cannot. I don't have the patience for a game like this. I just don't. It just goes so slow. That's really all I gotta say for this game. I'm gonna go show you some gameplay here soon, so we'll get right to that then. So I got the game on, and as you can clearly see, I don't know if you can read that, but I'm just going to basically kind of sit here and just kind of show you how long it wasn't plugged into the first player controller. So basically how the quest goes is that you have to go get one friend, and then you have to keep doing things for him, so it makes it very difficult if there's a situation, because if he gets like hit or something like that, he will either die, and you have to restart the entire situation all over again, which makes this very difficult if you forget to do something. It's kind of like a different kind of situation. See, since my controller is not working for some reason, he just keeps wandering until he gets hit. So, pause for a second as I get a new controller. Okay, so I'm back with a new controller, and I'm gonna... So I have to keep sitting here and keep doing this whole situation over and over again until I get it right. I've been playing the game for maybe a total of 8 hours, but just recently I played it for 2. And even then, it's just kind of like a weird thing. It's I don't know how to explain. It's kind of like a Groundhog Day almost. Like every time you get past one situation, another thing does, and it resets you, and you have to go all the way through until you get to a new thing. As soon as you get to that new thing, it kind of resets you. Until you figure out how to do something. But it just, for me, I'm more of I'm not a shooter type person. No, my preference of games are obviously games strategy wise, Plants vs Zombies or Baldi's Basics, where you have to use characters or items or stuff like that, or build up stuff, and stuff kind of Minecraft would be all that good stuff. And my type isn't really games that would be more peaceful like this, or I would say something like Animal Crossing. And before you say oh, have you ever tried these games before? I did. I played Animal Crossing for 2 months straight. It was okay, but it was just slow going. Say for the game itself, I think this is okay. I'm not the one that constantly play. I'm sure someone out there would enjoy this game. I'm sure there's 8 billion people. I'm sure at least 1,000 people would like to play this game. But for me, it's just, don't hate me, but I don't really have much of the attention span for that. I just don't. Now, what I will say though, what I do like about this game though is that its approach. Okay, I will say that the game's approach is good. The advertising is good because it got me. It got me pretty good. Its way of presenting itself went, in my opinion, I like it. I think it's a good cover for a game. It presents itself in all of its good aspects of the game, really trying to make you buy it, and I did. But the game itself is just more of it's just one of those games, I will say though, I'd always rather play Paperboy on the Game Boy rather than that game. So, as always, keep gaming, and I'll see you later.